Alright, so I've been playing the Surge a lot lately, and I think I found a way to like cheese the grind a little bit towards the late game. Because if you look, it costs a lot to like level up your core. So first thing I did is I went and I found, I mean, this all happened by accident. But what happened is I came back after most of the nucleus. I never went and, finished the boss or whatever. But I came back towards, I think this is research and development. And I don't remember how, but I unlocked a case that had this weapon in it called Carmina. I'm sure you can look up how to get that, and it'll tell you where the switch is. But I don't know. I forgot. Anyway, the case where it's at is right out in front of the ops station in what did I say earlier? Research and development, I think. And there's a guy at now that I've unlocked it. There's a guy in Cerberus gear guarding it, which is, that's no big deal. But
be careful,
it's right here.
There.
See?
Safety risk detected. Please stand by.
He's just standing out here. He's a tough guy, He's wearing some pretty heavy-duty
Shouldn't you
armor.
be at your designated work site?
But see, normally when you go, you can go to the med bay and it'll respawn everybody on your floor, right? Everybody you already killed comes back. But if you don't go into the med bay, then
safety at work is our highest
people stay dead.
And this is not a scheduled break time.
Going into your gear assembly does not change this. Usually. It seems like this guy here always respawns.
Safety risk detected. Please stand by.
And see, because of that,
good to see you.
You can just keep hitting him and spawning him back in. And because the gear assembly doesn't reset your
be careful out there.
Your scrap multiplier at all. You can just, each time you kill this guy, you get a little more scrap.
Shouldn't you be at...
So what I've done is I've loaded up on as many of these reclamation buddies as I have. I only got 3 of them. But,
your designated work site.
And I keep hitting this. And I keep killing the guy.
Happy to help.
And I keep getting scrap. And every time I do it, I get just a little more.
Do you require assistance?
And the longer you do it, the more you get it. I mean, the bigger a difference that makes.
Have a nice day, Warren.
Oh. Again, like I said before, he's still a tough guy. You can't just let him kick your ass.
Welcome, Warren.
Some of the harder dudes, I mean, there's Black Cerberus. There's a couple of them.
Come back
and then,
anytime.
The Chrysalis guys are a little bit harder. I don't know, their attack pattern. They do more damage. But, and then you got the nanite dudes that are there. I hate those guys. I avoid them if I can.
Come back anytime. You can huff and you can puff.
just keep getting more and more. More and more.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
Sound glitch. I've never seen that happen before. That was weird. I'm glad it stopped.
Hello.
That's the kind of shit that makes me want to throw my headphones. Like you'll get into a shooter or something, and then there's like a weird sound.
Have a nice day, Warren.
Reverberates and gets worse.
We all know the answers to these questions.
Good to see you. Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
After all, this I know. We're all impatient. With every passing day, every
Shouldn't you be at your designated work site? Take care. You can huff and you can puff.
payload distribution, chemical,
This
So
is
they're
not
easy to
a
kill once you
scheduled
get 'em
break
down?
time.
But jeez, man, they hit like a truck.
Happy to help.
labor day and night. Build
Oops.
upon the
Well,
foundation.
that was just
Gutenberg's original. New discoveries, methods allow us to push the very boundaries of science.
Do you require assistance, Warren?
need like 80-something K, I think.
Be careful out threat level elevated. No admittance at this time. Good to see you.
But together, we can do it. Whatever it takes.
Happy to help.
Well, that was just
Please return after the area is secure.
Was Rome built in a day?
see. He'll fucking beat your ass if you're not careful.
Shouldn't you be at your designated work site? Happy to help.
I know. We're all impatient.
Do you require assistance, Warren? Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
Yo, bro, chill out.
Chemical composition, even down to the recycling of materials.
Shouldn't you be at your
So-
designated work site?
You might wonder why I'm using a Lynx
Come back anytime.
with a single rig, because I've had people tell me that that doesn't make sense. Because single rig weapons are impact based, right?
Welcome, Warren.
But what do we got? We got room for so single rigged weapons are the reason they're good is because they have the high impact, so they could stun like bigger enemies like that. And that's true, but I like the moveset. What started me though on it was okay. So the Lynx has the speed increase, right? The attack speed. So I was thinking, okay. It also uses up way less stamina. Like you look, your 60% run consumption, 80% dodge consumption. You know, and just overall, just 90% regular. So, this armor uses way less stamina no matter what you're doing. But more importantly than that, well, not more importantly, but also important. See, these are high damage weapons. You see that says 141 on it. It's because it's purple. But and my proficiency's like what, 20? Yeah. But the thing is that because it's a high damage weapon, the faster you can hit somebody with it, the more damage you're going to do to them, right? Because it's a high impact weapon, if you can hit them first, then you got a better chance of stun locking them, basically. So that's my thinking there with the speed boost with the high damage heavy weapons. The reason I use this one, I mean, it's only got medium proficiency scaling. That's not great. Energy gain plus 55%. That's really not great. When you look at stuff like, see, that one's got 60%. This other one, 70%. That's a fucking awesome weapon, by the way. Look at the slash. Not the slash. The thrust damage on it's high. Like crazy high. And, you know, just the thrust you want. Yeah, alright. So
Come
you
back
sprint,
anytime.
and then you 2 combo somebody, and then that second hit will thrust them. And that does a lot of damage. But see, the way this damage works, it says 121 damage, right? Well, none of my damage types does 121. What that is that's maximum damage potential, based on the fact that my thrust damage is 90%, or 90 damage, right? And then the elemental damage is higher. I don't know exactly how it works, but it seems like elemental damage is more or less on top of whatever other damage. Which is why I use this damage, or this weapon, right? It's only plus 55, only medium proficiency scaling. But what's good about it is it has 94 elemental damage. Which means even though my crush does 0, it does 94. And that elemental damage cuts through armor. So what that means is I hit him in the armor. Look, I hit him in the body. Or no, that was the armor. Try to get him in somewhere where there's no armor. As you can see, anyway, I'm doing good damage even on his armor. Whereas most weapons,
Good to see you.
I gotta switch to something that isn't as element. But even this high damage weapon has the mad thrust damage.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
Well, shit. That was weird sounding.
Please, but this is not a scheduled break time.
See, it only does 75. Even though the damage is higher on it. I'll show you. That's 75 because I hit him in the armor. Whereas it's a little more if I hit him in the body. Where there is no armor. See?
This is not
whereas my other one,
break time.
because it has so much elemental damage,
Come back
again,
anytime.
just eats armor. So it seems worse on paper, but it's actually way better. And, you know, I was focusing on not the fight.
Be careful out there. Good to see you.
Uh,
Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours. This is not a
so I
scheduled
got
break
lots of
time.
stamina to like really combo somebody down with this thing. And it does a lot of good damage. I'll say another weapon I really like. Again, a single rigged is this. Because if you read it, well, A, it does 64 damage, which is, it's not as good as my other one. 64 elemental. But if you look at it, it doesn't ever explicitly tell you. But it says, its internal structure appears to be a small-scale repeating pattern, giving it exceptionalist strength without being as heavy as similar man-made implements. And while it doesn't say that, and it doesn't reflect it anywhere in the stats, it's way faster than a normal single wrist.
Please remember,
you know?
safety at work. You can huff and you can puff.
I know. We're all every passing day, every launch.
Hello.
It's not heavy like a normal single rig, but it has a single rig moveset and
Take
damage.
care. You can huff and you can puff.
Manufacturing chemical.
So that's a really good weapon too,
Good to
even if
see
it doesn't
you.
look like it. We'll see what's to do against just his armor.
Please remember, lockdown in effect.
Does pretty good damage on his armor. Great damage against his body, like his unarmored parts. So
Allow us to push the very boundaries.
yeah, he's doing
This is not a
142 that one
scheduled
shot.
break time.
Also, the proficiency scaling on it is very high. Anyway, I guess that's the video.